And welcome back to Central Valley Talk. This is our COVID edition. I get to take my face mask off because our next guest, Estella Valdavinos, all the way from Visalia, by the way. She's a remote viewer, so she can't catch the COVID from me, and I hope I don't have it. You're with World Financial Group.
That's correct.
By the way, right now, speaking of COVID, a lot of people have a lot of money who have never had a lot of money. They got the stimulus, they're getting this great unemployment. A lot of people have stacked up a lot of funds. Is there anything they could do with that rather than just blowing it out in the society?
Well, that's actually a great question, Mike. Yes, actually we can start saving towards an emergency fund. We can teach about paying down debt. So, you know, that give people the peace of mind of creating some financial security for their future. I think these are telling times with the COVID-19, how important it is to have our financial household in order. And, you know, with the stimulus packages does come other effects such as future taxes and things we should be mindful of as we go into different parts of our life and investments.
This whole thing could be a learning time for us because we know there's a COVID disaster now and there could be another one in a few years. So maybe make some money work for you. How old should somebody be when they start worrying about their financial future?
How should they be?
How old should they be? Like they're just getting married, thinking of having kids. Is that a time they should be talking to you?
Absolutely. The younger, the better. There's a time power of money. You know, the sooner we start saving, there's a compound interest that works in our favor. And so the sooner we get this information, I'm a firm believer in providing financial literacy. It should be taught at a younger age, and sadly, it's a requirement that's taught in schools. And it's only in 17 states, and of course, California not being one of the states that requires personal financial literacy to be taught.
Yeah, so, it's going to be a lot more expensive to retire when the young people of today are ready to retire. There may not be Social Security. We don't know what's going to be going on, and people need to learn how to take care of themselves.
Absolutely, and that is some of the things that we teach here at World Financial Group. Typically, retirement was a sturdy three-legged stool, which consisted of a personal pension through work, Social Security, and personal savings. And if we are currently have a job that's not providing any type of personal pension, if we're a younger generation, the Generation X and millennials that can't count on Social Security, there has to be a sense of urgency on our parts to really aggressively save for our financial future. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So let's say somebody's 25 years old and they have $500. That $500 could really turn into something, but when they hit 60 and they have $500, it's not going to turn into anything.
That is correct.
Yeah. Because
we have to factor in inflation. Okay. You know, every year average inflation rate is anywhere from 3 to 3.5%, and so definitely needs to have that. You said somebody
puts in young, that money starts exponentially growing, doesn't it?
Yes, with compound interest.
Compound interest, that's the word, yeah.
The rule of 72, which is a mathematical concept that was, it was a formula that came up by Albert Einstein. He actually called it the eighth wonder of the world, and definitely where our money compounds over time.
Right. And at 25, it has a chance to compound a lot more times than if you start at 60 or something. Now, let's say somebody's 40 or 50. Is it too late?
It's never too late.
Right.
You know, it's never too late. There's different scenarios. If individuals have money in different types of accounts, there's different options that we can actually educate. So there's never too late as far as age goes.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. I was talking to somebody last year. She was about 45 years old. Her company closed. I could say it's Zaki Farms. They closed. She had a retirement. I don't know if it was 401k, whatever with them. She goes, I think I'm just going to take it.
Ooh.
What would you recommend?
Well, it all depends on every scenario. Every family's different. But a few things when that happens that you got to be concerned with, penalties and taxes and different things that can eat away from all that lifetime of savings.
So it's probably important somebody talks to somebody like you. It's free to call you, right?
Yes, it is. All our services are complimentary. We believe in providing absolute complete analysis for our clients at no charge, which is a great thing for a company to do for many people. So yes.
And if you lose your job and you have a retirement, you want to decide whether to take it or not, might as well talk to Estella. She doesn't is free to find out, because there's consequences that if you're not in the business like you don't know what there are tax consequences and things like that. So also, if you're 25 years old, you just got married, your baby's on the way, again, who has the answers? Well, Estella does, right?
That's right, Mike. You know, we have office locations around the country. We're a brokerage, but I'm available and accessible. And because of the COVID, we've been able to turn to technology, and it's actually has been exponential growth in our business. Personally, we've expanded to 9 different states in the last 90 days, and
Wow.
And we're also looking for people. Our platform's pretty unique. We allow individuals to come in and learn financial concepts. And so if anybody wants to learn, we also have that opportunity where they can take some financial classes with us as well.
Very good, very good. But whoever you are, however rich you are, however poor you are, whatever situation you're in, talk to Estella Valdavinos, and it's a World Financial Group. How do they reach you? Do you have a website or something where they could start?
Yes, my personal website is called dreambuildersfs.com. And you just type in /Estella Valdavinos, and you can come up with my information. Or if you Google World Financial Group Visalia, they should have access to my direct phone number, my email, and my website.
Yeah, Google World Financial Group in Visalia. You will find Estella. Or if you can't find her, a lot of people are driving now while they're listening to us. Call me here at Central Valley Talk. If it's okay, I'll give them your direct number.
I would appreciate that very much, Mike.
We're about out of time. Last thing you want our viewers to know?
Yes. During these times, it's even more so mindful for us to be prepared financially. And as Mike mentioned, all our services are complimentary. If you thought about it, because most of my clients come to me and say, Estella, I thought about it. I put it in the back burner because I think it's too hard to understand. All our information is really simple to understand, yet extremely powerful, so that we can have a peace of mind to know that we're headed in the right direction financially.
Yet I don't want to be an expert in finances. I want people who spend their whole day and night and their whole life doing it, like Estella, to look over and give me some advice and like that. So we appreciate your time during COVID talking to us. Now people can talk to you like this over technology instead of going in and taking chances of infection and stuff like that.
That is right. And my clients are loving it from the comfort of their home. It's so much easier and accessible. We do Zoom training, Zoom meetings. So yes, because of technology, we've been able to help many different families.
Very good. Estella Valdavinos, World Financial Group. We want you to come back every month or so. We need to talk about this a lot, because I know there's a lot of people out there that just aren't taking care of their financial future.
I would love it, Mike. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it, and anything we're here to do, help in any way we can. And so if we can collaborate in the future, I would love that.
Very good. We will be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that mouse. We'll be right back.